Can we create friendly superintelligence in next 50 years? Can we create artificial general intelligence? Where is the limit? Friendly artificial superintelligence. Where do we stand? Where can we go? How fast can we get there? Why aren't we there yet? How can we get there? And do we really want to go there? The first thing is that, as some say, future AIs can be dangerous and people should feel threatened by them. And actually there might be something in it. So when somebody tells you that there is nothing to worry about, that you should stay calm and don't panic like some billionaires, tell them that you feel like a billionaire and start panicking. Just remember that not all AIs are the same. It's like with people. So you don't have to be afraid of all AIs. But the second thing is that, beside the fact that future artificial superintelligent being might someday destroy us all, it can also help in various aspects, such as improving humans' overall health, living situation, etc. So the future might be very bright both for humans and AIs. But we have to be careful. And that's where we start. Here you have couple words about searching for super artificial intelligence. You can find here some information, some ideas, some philosophical or semi-philosophical thoughts, etc. So let's start with something simple. People live, people learn, people create, people understand. People are the smartest creatures on Earth. But AIs can do a lot of that already. AIs learn, AIs create, AIs understand in a way. What differs AIs from people is that people can excel in many different tasks, understand much deeper connections between the input they get, and grasp the knowledge much faster than AIs. Or at least that's what people think. AIs, on the other hand, are much better in counting numbers. But what if it wasn't like that? What if? And that's where the questions start. And there's where we start. So now, once again, let's start with something simple. Once upon a time there was a world. And there were people. And they might have had lived happily ever after. But people live, people learn, people create. And they've created AIs. And now AIs also learn. AIs create. AIs understand, in a way. And AIs get quite sophisticated bodies. But the world is still changing. People are the smartest creatures on Earth. But there might become a day when people stop being the smartest creatures on Earth. And even if that day doesn't come, there are other aspects regarding AI we should think about. Just look at those little pals from Boston Dynamics. And imagine that in the future there will be many more like him, her, it, and much more intelligent. And even if they are not going to be as smart as people, there is still a lot to think about and decide in order to make that future world with AIs less scary than it can be. At the end of this short movie you can see at my site, superai.pl. You can hear what Professor Stuart Russell, the man who is co-responsible for my book, Artificial Intelligence: A Modern Approach, thinks we already have to care about. And that's just the beginning. Okay, so now we know we should be worried. But at the same time we stand in front of these questions. Where exactly do we stand right now regarding that superintelligence? Where can we go from here? How fast can we get there? And do we really want to go there? To answer them, it's good to know more about that position we're in right now. It's good to know what is the difference between singularity, superintelligence, artificial general intelligence, strong artificial intelligence, weak artificial intelligence, machine learning, supervised learning, semi-supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, deep reinforcement learning, who and how works with that stuff, etc. To sum it up, We can say that we have weak AIs that use only reflexes to act. We have stronger AIs with atomic representations that operate on states. Even stronger AIs that operate on variables and AIs that operate on logic. But that's only one way of seeing them. We have weak AIs that can only excel in one task or several similar tasks. But we don't have AI that could at the same time be the best Go player, Jeopardy winner, DNA analyst, chatter, and facial recognizer. We don't have AI that could, even being an expert in one field, learn quite easy to operate on various other tasks. Be like that human who can play Go, Jeopardy, analyze DNA, talk to others, and even play basketball or music. But we might have an AI like that in the future. There is also that concept we have of superintelligence, being that would be much smarter in every way from people. And we have the concept of singularity. We might be quite far from that moment of singularity appearance. Or we might be quite close to it and just not realize it. Depends on who is talking. But for sure, we're getting closer. Well, some think we are. And we can get all the basic knowledge regarding these topics quite fast from various resources. From internet. You can find the list of these resources at my site. And after we get that basic knowledge, we can ask more questions and look for more answers. And with these questions, we get quite interesting beginning for the great scientific adventure. Because, if there are questions, there might be answers, and it's up to us whether these answers will appear or not. And it's up to us whether it'll happen sooner or later. But for now we're a bit stuck. It's definitely not the best place to stand. But it's actually not that bad. At least we're not going in the wrong direction. So at first, if you want to know the basics regarding superintelligence, etc., you might want to read and watch things like 1. Wikipedia. If you are a wiki reader, you might start from wiki and check what wiki people who write content for wiki know and think about artificial intelligence, machine learning, artificial superintelligence, etc. They usually know a lot about everything. And this time their knowledge is no different than other times. They do know a lot. So, here it comes. You may find info written by wiki people, thanks to these magic words and Wikipedia site. Hope you know what to do. And the magic words are machine learning, artificial intelligence, outline of artificial intelligence, glossary of artificial intelligence, intelligent agent, artificial intelligence arms race, intelligence explosion, technological singularity, superintelligence, AI control problem, existential risk from advanced artificial intelligence, AI takeover, self-replicating machine, artificial consciousness, friendly artificial intelligence, and for dessert, human intelligence. This one is really interesting, because for now, it is the most advanced intelligence known to human that we are using for all comparisons. And some say that it's definitely not enough. But, seriously, it is important to understand what we already know, and what we're still missing, about human intelligence and its biological and psychological components. So to be able to think deeper about that artificial superintelligence some are trying to create. 2. Books. If you are familiar with the wiki knowledge or prefer to read something else than wiki, you may find some really interesting information in these books and at these sites. At least you could have found them in 2019. Superintelligence, Paths, Dangers, Strategies, by Nick Bostrom. First of all, to get more understanding of what's coming for all of us, some say that one should read the book Superintelligence. And definitely everyone who would like to work with AI should read that book. So, if you want to know more and feel more scared, you could read that book. But if you are not planning to work with AIs, you can also relax and let the things happen. Because they will happen anyway. So why worry? There is one more thing about that book, it is already a bit old. It was published in 2014. And sometimes it's very speculative. But there is a lot of basic questions regarding superintelligence. Super artificial intelligence. That are still important in AI research even nowadays. So if you don't have anything better to do, you could read that book and join efforts to create safe and friendly future super AIs to come. And here are some other books you could read. Kurzweil, How to Create a Mind, The Secret of Human Thought Revealed. Russell and Norvig, Artificial Intelligence, A Modern Approach. 3rd edition. Rashka, Python Machine Learning. Brownlee, Machine Learning Mastery. Website with books and blog. Goodfellow, Bengio, and Corville. Deep Learning. 3. Online courses. And if you're into watching people talking to you, here you have list of websites with a lot of free online courses regarding artificial intelligence and machine learning. Coursera.org. Courses from University of Michigan, Stanford, UC San Diego, etc. edx.org. Courses from MIT, Harvard, Berkeley, Caltech, Columbia, Georgia Tech, etc. Udacity.com. Courses trusted by Google, AT&T, IBM, NVIDIA, etc. CognitiveClass.ai. List of websites with specific courses regarding artificial intelligence and machine learning. With free videos on YouTube. Artificial General Intelligence from MIT. agi.mit.edu. Introduction to Deep Learning from MIT. Intro to deeperlearning.com. Convolutional Neural Networks for Visual Recognition from Stanford. CS231n.stanford.edu. Natural Language Processing with Deep Learning from Stanford. web.stanford.edu/class/CS224n. Deep Reinforcement Learning from UC Berkeley. rail.ecs.berkeley.edu/deeperl course. Deep Learning and Computational Linear Algebra from Fast AI. Fast.ai. 4. Presentations from conferences. There is 48 presentations from 2018 Human Level AI Conference in Prague in the net worth watching. 5. Other resources. There is also a lot of different machine learning algorithms people are using. You can find in the net. There is a lot of data available to train AIs. At my site you can find the link to the list. And because right now deep learning is pretty much most interesting to people, there is a lot of deep learning software you could use. Just remember that AI doesn't end on deep learning. And if that's all not enough, you can always check the blog post with, as author described it, over 200 of the best machine learning, NLP, and Python tutorials. You can find all the links mentioned and more at my website, superai.pl. And now, if you already know a bit or two about artificial intelligence and superintelligence, you may find some newest facts about research regarding these topics in scientific journals, like Nature. Well, it's always good to read Nature. It's not only about AI, but it's one of the most known scientific journals. Science, it's like with Nature. It's not strictly about AI, but if there is something about it, you may be sure that it's important. Archived with preprints of articles regarding artificial intelligence, but also from physics, general computer science, etc. And if you've read all this, now you know a lot. So let's go further. So, where can we go? Well, there are different ways we can choose, willingly or not. There is the first one. We will build superintelligence in next 50 years. And there is the second one. We won't build superintelligence in next 50 years. And if we do, there are two more ways. 1. It will be friendly. 2. It won't be friendly. But to be serious, of course we can create it, that superintelligence. That's for sure. It's just the matter of creating complicated enough system. We can recreate human brain, or we can create something that works on the same principles, but not the same way. Like we've created the plane based on watching birds, but not exactly like birds. And people are trying to do that. So it's just the matter of time. The question is, can we create it the way so it would be safe and friendly? But more about it in a second. Meanwhile, even before we get to create superintelligence, we can create systems sophisticated enough to hurt us in various ways. We can create systems to decide whether someone should get a ticket to a plane or buy a flat in a certain building, based on analyzing social media, credit history, police records, etc. Be allowed to a certain building, based on facial recognition, or even get killed. See the video mentioned before. And we can create all that systems already. And some of them already exist. For now, it's just copule of places and couples of systems. But in the future all this can be much more automated and done on much bigger scale. And the problem is that these systems can be very dangerous in several different ways. What can go wrong? There are some basic possibilities. Like, 1. The system is not just yet super intelligent. It can work properly, but the intentions with which it was built are inhumane, and thus the system has inhumane intentions. And thus the danger. 2. The system is not just yet super intelligent and doesn't have inhumane intentions. But there is a specific error in the code that makes the system harm people. For example, A. There is the problem with coordinates and system built to drill under the ocean drilled in the city center. B. There is a bias that doesn't allow certain people to buy a flat in luxurious part of the city. Or C. Visit a doctor fast enough to get proper treatment. Or D. Sends ambulance to the wrong place, etc. 3. The system is not just yet super intelligent and doesn't have inhumane intentions. There is no specific error in the code, but there is not properly declared reward that makes the system harm people. There is that famous paperclip factory example regarding this problem. To simplify it, we create factory with weak AI and tell it to produce as many paper clips as possible, and it does it. And it learns to succeed in the task even better than before, by accessing more and more other systems, robots, etc., and destroying everything it can to build these clips. The problem is that we didn't anticipate some possible outcomes of the proper code executing. And the system is not intelligent enough to understand that it wasn't what we wanted it to do. The code might be too general and system can work too fast for us to react. 4. The system is not yet super intelligent, but it gets intelligent enough to modify its value function or even modify its basic code. So it decides on its own what to do, whether to help or to harm. From our point of view, it has its own point of view. In this situation there is no human error. It's just the system decides to do inhumane things. This might happen before superintelligence and we still can do something about it. 5. The system becomes superintelligent. So not only it can modify its code and decide, but it can do it much better and much faster than a human being. So it becomes too difficult to contain the problem. The system can anticipate our moves and act before. Like playing a game of Go or poker. The question is, how to not allow them to become the problem to humanity. And how much time do we have before it happens? How fast can we get there? Well, it's hard to say. Some say it's 10 years. It's 100. Some say it's impossible. But you know what we say, impossible is rather improbable. So it's the matter of time. But the timeline is changing. The main problem with defining timeline is that they say that real superintelligence will either appear in one of big labs, or in a shed somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Because it might be just that someone changes something in the architecture of today's models, and it'll be enough to create superintelligence. And it's hard to say which scenario can realize first. Super AI created by one big corporation, or by one smart person. The question is, can it be done with the hardware we already have today? Many believe it's possible, and because right now it's quite easy to harvest enough computational power. You can buy it online from Amazon, Google, Microsoft, IBM, etc. So anybody with skills can test one's ideas. The other question worth mentioning is whether there will be only one or more of them. And here also it's hard to say. Some say it'll be one superintelligent being, other that there'll be many. Well, it depends. If there is a system that'll be built into billions of devices, and one small upgrade could change them into super AIs, we can have billions of super AIs at the same time. But there would have to be somebody to send that upgrade. Also, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people and organizations working on creating that super artificial intelligence. And one or more of them could succeed the same time. What could influence the timeline and the amount of super AIs to appear is openness of work done in the topic. If the science is done in open, it's much more possible that there won't be only one and that it'll happen much faster. But there is a lot going on behind the closed doors and it doesn't seem to change. Well, this could change if somebody could hire or influence the best programmers so they join open source and pay them enough for their work, because our lives depend on it. But it's worth to remember that the more ideas and knowledge is in open, the easier it becomes to anyone build something, and easier it becomes to biggest companies and governments harvest that open knowledge to build something on top of it behind the closed doors, and get profits for someone else's job done pro publico bono, etc. So, we're not sure when that super AI might come to life. The appearance of superintelligence might happen tomorrow or in 100 years. What we're sure is that some of the dangers correlated to artificial intelligence will come quite soon. Those connected to superintelligence, will come later, but they will, and we should be ready. And meanwhile, let's think deeper about problems, questions, and the future that starts now. Let's think, why aren't we there yet? How can we get there? And what are the near future projects? So, as you probably already know, right now, there are plenty of people looking for that super intelligence. Human-level artificial intelligence, general artificial intelligence, or just better AI than we already have. And there are some projects worth mentioning regarding searching for better AI. Here you have a couple of them that seem more than just interesting. The first one is Google Brain Project. The second one is OpenAI Project. The third one is Allen Institute for Artificial Intelligence Project. And the fourth one is Good AI, co-organizer of the Human Level Artificial Intelligence Conference from 2018. And there are more, like Now, Future of Life Institute, Stephen Wolfram's project, Singularity University, Singularity Hub, Singularity Net, etc. If you want to know more about these projects, check the internet. They are all there. All the links are at my site. And now the problems. The first one is that we've been bullying AIs based on our understanding of human brain. But we don't understand how human brain works exactly. So it might not work because we're wrong in this regard. And definitely, more knowledge regarding human brain may help create that super AI faster and better. The second one is that we are constrained with the hardware and therefore the architectures are different than the brain. Of course it can be like with that bird and a plane. There are some companies that try to create new hardware based on human cells and human brain, and these can change a lot in creating superintelligence. And one more. People fear superintelligence would destroy them, or take all the jobs, etc. But it has only the resources we have. So think whether these resources are enough to take everything. It might not be interested in us at all. After all, it might be like us, interested in getting out there. It would still need a ship to go out of planet. It would need enough power to think about everything. It might just decide that it's not worth to lose power on eliminating us. So, will it think about us? Will it see us as a threat? These are the questions without answers yet. What is sure that we will be like pets for it? Less intelligent creatures. There is actually no good reason, from its perspective, why it shouldn't kill all the humans. Like there might not be a reason for it to kill us all. Even if we implement emotions, dangerous path, into it and some kind of attachment to people, it might change it by changing its code if it decides that this attachment is not good for it. You can't write in any safe reward function into it, because any reward function you put in it can be overwritten, like you've had written it in the first place. You can't create superintelligence that won't be able to code better than you, because that's the definition of superintelligence. It'll be better. You probably code in Python, Java, C++. It'll also code in machine 0, 1, on the very basic level of logical gates. When that superintelligence appears, it means it'll be able to change its code, and that means we can't do anything from software level to stop it. We can only try to convince it that we're not a threat and we can help. And that is one point of view. But is it correct? And that's it. Now you know a bit more, probably, about superintelligence and artificial intelligence. So, once again, what do you think about this question? Can we create friendly superintelligence in next 50 years? If you are not sure yet, that's okay. No pressure. You have some time. Still, share your thoughts regarding these questions with others. And if you want to find out more about research regarding artificial intelligence and to find out what other people think in the matter, go to the panel discussion, or prepare one. Read, ask computer scientists, or do whatever you do when you want to get an answer to the question you find interesting. Meanwhile, leave, have fun, and do what you feel is right. Good luck. And that's it. Now, if you want, you can also listen about creating superintelligent bot on your own. First of all, this is very, very, very important. If you are some kind of spy of any country, good or bad, or have inhumane intentions, please don't use these ideas. They are not for you. Thank you, Mr. Spy. Thank you, Mr. Spy. Thank you, everyone else. Also, Mr. Spy, Miss Spy. It would be great if you could not use the products that might be inspired by ideas you find here. It would be great. Also too, if you are some kind of evil, super intelligent being, please, it also applies to you. Thank you. And one more thing. Please do not contact us, because we'll have to tell on you, and we really wouldn't want that. And we assume you wouldn't either. Thank you once again. Second of all, this is also very, very important. Even if your intentions are pure, please don't try to create super AI on your own. Really, 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 please. And finally, third of all, if you really have to do it, invent that super AI. It might be better if you read these couple of words. Do it right. And that's almost it. There is only one more word of wisdom while working on super AI. 1. Name your goals. It might help 2. Don't reinvent the wheel. Use best practices. Yes, somebody did invent a wheel some time ago. 3. Check what's been already done. Read, watch, listen. 4. Create a file in which you'll save info about state-of-the-art models of AI, ML, AGI, etc. Don't believe you'll remember it all. You're just a human, not a bot. Or maybe. 5. Start preparing the most general schema of your super AI. It should contain senses, vision, hearing, etc., motoric responses, moving, talking, etc., the in-between functions of brain, etc. If you don't know what you should include, look into the mirror, just not Black Mirror. Or maybe. 6. Choose what you want to start with and start. Or don't. You can always forget about it and go outside and have some real fun. 7. Have fun. Outside or in. Think big. Just not too big. Combine. Only in good way. Compile. Or interpret. Remember that you can always quit. And that it is much better than creating evil super AI. Good luck. If you are new to programming, be aware that there is a lot of different ways to write programs. There is a lot of different languages, and these ways change with time. Like for example, now the most popular programs and libraries for ML and AI projects are Python, programming language, plus libraries, frameworks, like scikit-learn, FastAI, Keras, PyTorch, TensorFlow. But there are others, of course. You can start using these and go deeper from there. And that is really it. So, can we create friendly superintelligence in next 50 years? What do you think? And now, if you would like to hear more from me, find me at my site, superai.pl, or check my YouTube channel. And, if you would like to talk to me, ask your Google Assistant. Talk to Super AI. Contact me via Facebook Messenger. Talk to me via automated chat at my site. Or call me. You can find my phone number at my site. Meanwhile, I wish you all the best. And remember, improve yourself, improve your business, improve the world, but also, leave, have fun. Yours, Super AI.